You think I'm an African from the Congo and I'm playing this drummer music? Well, actually, you know what? I'm German. I grew up in Freiburg. Yeah. And that's true. Here you go. I grew up in Freiburg. Yeah, you can discern a little bit of my German accent. I was born in Freiburg by a Liberian mother and a German father, and spent most of my life in Germany. And when my grandmother, who came from Dresden, which was bombed by the Allies 2 times in 1945, when she came and saw me for the first time, she had never seen a black baby before. And so she said this, and please help me do this. Oh, can you do this? Like, oh, can you help me do this? Oh. Let's do this one. Oh, this better. And you have to do this one. Oh, please go help me. Oh, very good. Out of that came a song that they still sing in Germany. Oh, du lieber Augustin, Augustin, Augustin. Oh, du lieber Augustin, alles ist weg. Geld ist weg, Haus ist weg, alles liegt im Dreck. Oh, du lieber Augustin, alles ist weg. I think you heard that song before, huh? Oh. Well, so I grew up in Germany as the only black child in southern part of Germany and about 5,000 square miles around. And could tell you a lot about that, but I was immersed in European culture, but I was always looking for something. You know, because I was black, and I was the only one, and I was the only one banging on the kitchen table and doing all these rhythms and all this strange stuff, and didn't know where it came from because my mom left when I was 3 months old, and I grew up with my German family. And so nobody else had that funny rhythm and had that afro. I had an afro. And so I was immersed, and I started to play these instruments. Matter of fact, became really good in European music, studied classical music, Beethoven, went to my first Celtic festival. That was great. Thank you. So I was searching all over the place. I was searching where was the rhythm, where was the music, and so I started to travel, and I became a seeker. And so I traveled really all around the world, and so I got to Africa, and that was amazing, because in Africa, suddenly, I heard the rhythm that I heard before inside. Everybody had it. And so there was these people, and I learned, because I went to Liberia where my mom is from, and I learned that my family was actually a storytelling family from Mali. I learned that while I was in Liberia. And so I said, wow. They told stories because I was telling all these stories all the time. And I learned that there was magic in the word, and there was magic in music. Abinaina fotele, abina kawiri, ina fokalo bebe bonya, kalogoya, ina fotele ma, ni samina eba nyongona. Watebe yabe killinye, watebe yabe killinye, watebe yabe killinye, watebe yabe killinye. Ankura tenya geta donye ele mo singa mama suko singa mama suko singa mama siga haye mama whatever ya be kelinye whatever ya be kelinye whatever ya be kelinye whatever ya be kelinye ankura tenya geta donye singa lai mama suka bagaka suko ye musica, Momo si llama musica. Well, so I went to Liberia and I didn't find my mom, but I found some kind of African identity. And so I studied African music. I went and I traveled the globe. I became a musician. And that was great. I was still looking for my mom, and I did find her. I found her in New York City, of all places. Found her in New York City. And I became a musician, and although I found my mom, I was still seeking. I was still looking for something. I wasn't satisfied. So I was still seeking. I found my mom. I thought that was it. I had found her, and I was still unsatisfied. So I traveled the world. I went to all kinds of places. Played with great people all over the place, in Japan and in Australia, And in France, I lived in France for 10 years. 10 years in France. Didn't find what I was looking for. And you see, it went deeper than just looking for family or culture. Because I embraced all kinds of cultures. I'm a German African in Paris. Yeah. And still, that wasn't enough. Although I drank all the red wine of the world. And so, Miriam Makeba, I went to the Pope, and he couldn't help me. I wonder why. But he pointed me into the right direction. Now listen to this. I've been in cruises in Norway, played for the rich in the San Francisco Bay. When I toured Australia, I got lost backstage in the Sydney Opera. I lived in Paris, lived in Spain. I watched Mandela dance in the rain, performed for Cartier in Hong Kong, hey, oh, sweet, and got lost in my giant hotel suite. A Saudi prince is my fan, and they adore me in Japan. And when I play my flute and do my beat, the world is at my feet. But when I step out of the light, I feel the emptiness inside. All alone I cry, there must be something more. Oh, I've been in cruises in Norway, played for the rich in the San Francisco Bay. When I toured Australia, I got lost backstage in the Sydney Opera. I lived in Paris, lived in Spain, watched Mandela dance in the rain, and performed for Cartier, how sweet, and got lost in my giant hotel suite. A Saudi prince is my fan, and they adore me in Japan. When I play my flute and do my beat, the whole world's at my feet. But when I step out of the light, I feel the emptiness inside. All alone I cry, there must be something more, yeah. All alone I cry, there must be something more, yeah. All alone I cry, there must be something more, oh yeah. Woo. But gladly I went to New York City, and I got a job in the church. Now when the worship leader interviewed me, and she said, well, what do you think about God? I said, there's some God out there. Because you see, I was a German humanist. I got educated by my dad, who was still an atheist, and so there was no God, and we are all master of our own destiny. But so she invited me to come and play for that church, and I said, okay, I'll come. And they gave me a Bible. So I started reading the Bible and listened to Bible studies and stuff like that. But then I went on this trip to Burkina Faso in West Africa. And you know what? Jesus appeared to me. Jesus said, I am real. And you know what? Right in that same hotel room, I gave my life to the Lord. And guess what? That same moment, I found what I was looking for. Like a scent of a flower that I smell but can't see, as the wind in the air moves the leaves of a tree, like the voice of a friend that I hear from afar. I can't see you, Jesus, but sure I do feel, more than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real, Jesus. You are real. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real, Jesus. You are real. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real, Jesus, you are real. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real, Jesus, you are real. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real. Oh, you are real, Lord. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. You are real. Jesus, you are real. More than anything else, Jesus, you are real. Thank you.